And here we are. Another fantastic property over at Wilco Lands. Just looking at pictures, I mean, this is a pretty rural area up in Northern California. I'll pull it up on Google Maps here shortly. In that Hornbrook, Granada, Montague area. Power lines running around, some small farms, dirt road access back here. Pretty landscape. I mean, really pretty landscape off Ager Beswick Road. This is a 1.1 acre property. I'm browsing through some of these for you just to give you an idea of what a photographer went out and took for us. Next thing I'll do is pull it up on Google Maps and Google Earth, give you an idea of it. It's zoned Ag 2B40 as far as I know. Yeah, you're looking at a relatively flat parcel with some decent soil potentially. Maybe it's a homestead, maybe it's a spot to build in the country in the future. So again, some aerial photos here. I've got a tax map. These are street views I took from Google Earth. I've got a tax map and it's property number 10 here if you can see my mouse. As Ager Beswick turns, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pull it up on Google Earth for you. This is a program I have. What it's doing is showing me, these maps, these overlay maps can be slightly off, right? Shifted. So it's a system a lot of people use, title companies and whatnot to, place that plat map or that tax map over a satellite image from Google Earth. So it does get, mixed up or shifted a little bit in some areas. As you can see, the roads down here, shifted all forward. And you're gonna come at our parcel right in here. It may be fenced when you get out there. It may not be fenced. What I suggest if you're going to build someday, probably get a survey. Here's a neighbor back here. I mean, these guys are pretty far back. They're on some larger acreages. You've got somebody here on a smaller acreage. If you zoom in a little bit, you can't quite tell what they're living out of there. But again, just kind of walking you around the area on satellite images. And last thing I'm going to do is show you what it looks like on Google Maps. And I just use the center GPS coordinates I'll share with you to pull this up. And let's just take a look at where it's at in California. So this is kind of where we're sitting here. Give us a call if you have questions. Miles at Wilco Land, 605-299-5553. Or check us out online at www.wilco, WILCO, landllc.com.